ya adwopa brana katena ono so entimo sansa temfo ba de e bone nkasari no mpema djuma obaya ne kama anom anso atimi adama mesawa da ono nko a ana de tes otima sa neso kotodwe no wotene no ama bias etoko e wodi nubra ani aban when a local herbs ana de bawo na bias etoko 22 mikai na fani temo ban ba hospital no no entimo e ba stroke anojoya de gonorrhea syphilis ana hawa ni na doctor ba abawo no no etimo to ase kama adama atonsu agogo ana de se wa agogo hospital chope and cross Sprinters Road 18 Johnson ana wa nurse na ya bodjuma 0244988004 na so no enso to kasa taku no makauta se rom e weekenda eno na mema ne tafre se no bia na ma no so tafre watinka sama anya nyinya no wunya taku ni bi etafra o ebe ma na so mpema gudien enso to kama watinka sama tikoni na no ebe jina brane ama bibia so etma kama na nim se tabia zani kiano enso to dwaso na eno dia makauta se immune system ebe ma na jina so ye ama bibia so etwa kama fe infections awodwa anaso etma tituni na no wunya tabia zani kiano no so beto ase ana enso etimi dama na onim tabia ba kapso dia ban sisi ade ane constipation yam tima ene na etu ase deku ana enso etimi dama mesawada kopanu pa bi na bibia so etimi kwa kama ana enso etimi tabia de adone ba ya ta ubewe wa anase ne ayadasan aputo ja Kumasi Lake Road anya wa ye bodjuma ka nationals ama msie no nya topete ntolomini nchoso former city councils awudo nyina wo kwa south 8 makabe 0243686861 na so ne panifo enso etima kasa midima for ba center ko no doctor for time ento na so stroke no so udu doctor ope what the time about to west pain no so abrantia untimi ngo oba a untimi ngunya doctor at the time about to so na so afa ho enso afa oba na bibias eto kama afewo so so dia no ekwa se wontimi nya groye enso eto oba ma fei wa pos ana ya doctor at the time beto so to ase deku enso atimi dama ebuako awogo school junction e wona medima for ba center e wa omobojima 0244774282 na doctor enso atimi chokom Alaska Star Enterprises say there e demesie nya ode kwa koda na bon wallpapers blankets about 3D source of 5D natural design sinya na wakoko fobi anam enso tim dem kan no ana dia chese the graphic enso etim decorate them Alaska ti say sadian etro so timetwa ko no mo so timu anempo beautiful dem na bibia so entimnya kama anaso entim ko informal meso Kumasi boss from Toronto ana dia chese wa ye di enjuma 0554114878 enempo encry your cycle tole honma your support done inside 0244105135 na so ne perifo enso etima kasa Semens Vital herbal mixture and capsules no we ana do na fan again na agane de eye mema adru nempo sa uya bema na diachane se enei odada setan enema nkoi emfama una binuma ebetu ase enso atimi dama afei sciatica to ase ntinti ana atwetwe anuachi se bia uya bema enewu diago ewo mpam so asesia na onwa ba asesia na onwa ba sane ko 2 minutes 3 minutes pia ni bia una agaya ofa ebedi wasam enso atimi dama ama bibia so atimi kan se woda uya bema na premature ejaculation hawa wadu mi enumbi na anaso entim from wow na bibians entim kwa kama me so say the doctor actually wa prescribe them anom nesa na onom nesa ababwa ama bibians etwa ko 0240616061 na so so etwa no babia ton do bia kwa we so ebetwa ka gan ni be na bibians etwa ko ejama Kojak farmer esmen kan franchise wo me di nipa bebre anaba na se bi awo anado awo tie gusu tipa bi hawa wo don Kojak pro code ana dector so ba no etmetu ase enam enso timidamo fatu ano pa fatu awia afatu anyumra eno so ebetu ase enam enso timidamo nampart unum say the tennis omom ena dense Koja nese na toothpaste no enso timidamo dwaso ebema osene enso timidamo fita ama hode enso timidamo kono kopabi na bia entimnya kama eno so entifama na kai nese no enam se Kojak farmer ne nyama ni nyina bi de dense ba bia yeton nese drobia okwa won sansun etima kabina ba Kojak farmer kama enso etimo okaisi drug lane and crime and the central market okumase ho and the next shop kese no enso wa ye boy adwuma 0244559597 and penifo enso etimo kasa 3p garlic mixture enso etimo e odwaso na mpoto se bia o menstruate about wish edges and anti anya dia we don 3p garlic mixture unu bia ebeko afei one kasa no na one na aye tititi obi so on ma ose emei the tense ananse achen ananse the tense ananse na kasa onye police na campus ono so etimacho unya 3p garlic mixture ebetu ase anam enso etimi dama afei se bia umoja sam no high blood pressure unya binma ebete so ama bia eto kama ba bia ton dre organ bia okwa obenya 3p garlic mixture ne be anam enso etima no ama bia eto kama ayakai se 3p garlic mixture no ewo nurse to a glass mo sanso ana the tense ni tin ayekoko ana mpo garlic no enso etimi da ho ka ne from perifo ewa matu fo so 0248928824 na so nam enso etima kasa natural company limited semenka and franchise the Proslav capsules na adiaba na mpato se bia Johnson tentam anajo wo Johnson so otia ewomo o Johnson so na muache ba ko na ma na ba ko na ma me so da Proslav ababwa na no etime to ase adiama me mpato true man capsules no premature ejaculation oyobia the tense sisi ananos etime ho ni na unya true man ababwa Congo ointment ne de e ba na nese no ikoko ena tetewa unya bia anam enso etima abwa na tu ase anam enso etime dam e ba ne candida ni na ebetu ase so etime dam me say da anu kai simple natural company limited on perform kasa e was 0249017101 na bibia so etimo kama Ruta natural product na enso etimo dwaso na omuna di Ruta mixture Ruta life and Ruta tonic no anam enso etime dia ba na mpato Ruta mixture no de malaria huna na enso etime dwane akọ esan say aya des malaria tamfo enso enono ehuna na dwane ti malaria eti de ya de bi anatewa me so una binima ebetu ase so etime dia ma Ruta life no so ababwa ama moja na circulate ama bias etimo kama so Ruta tonic no ama so etime tibia di adidi kama ama bias etimo ko affect typhoid fever and no so etimo wa no so ebetu to ase enso etime dia ma enu ya bobo so miensa nya no me poto so uni fisia edumie no ekwa wontumi nombi mamia na so ma ko dani fo no mpo bia onyam enso etime nombi 0244485632 24 enso etime kasa sense de yenu mu fitete essence ebono na se television open ebono fridge open chest freezers air conditions enso no washing machines open na what we call down sense essence omunya man ebo no omatete so ana ne bo no so ne bo na afo oton so esache enso etime ntina no pai ye showroom se organ nya ya bie enso etime na obekone pokwa kwajinya manu be ama bia enso etime comment sense everyday prices for everyday people ti obeba no ba bejinya mapapa e de free omakachi
wo mate me da say na yempra yen question of the day no so na say yen ABC game na say real quick na fe yen share e letters and pay eno e buy ABC game no star 262 hash na wa follow aye prompt na also what me anya B edi B a check it or how far ABC game no pay dia no die ya ba enso eni enti say wo choose any of these letters when you kakra area check or have any kakra kwa na musu pa the here say the other two so any here so LNW NW ana three letters chesa no pay 10 o'clock a draw ABC game no yabantu diapa anu ana so be show phone so eba te say momo ebeba wallet no so na afi won so wa check the bia because weekend na no ani no enso eno no bra question of the day no so amuzu p herbal mixture infection a draw no eno ani man mema na amanya gonorrhea candidiasis sene oba wo tenka say wase kwan MCB ayekase wo be se mo na yekuma become a drone ayamuzu p ana bema so ansansa gu bema ho emsa wo drone so a wo te yaw e wo bema mo drone ayamuzu p herbal mixture enso ana beboa ayebisa say what's your favorite World Cup ball? World Cup I have ball dear na your favorite match ball ne be say Brazil ka e be say Jambalani ni to be a kind of party. Well about time quick.
Kwame na anoche as Brazil ka anono so etimidia ba afei me wi some mystical enso say Jabulani anono so eko enso etimi ediama na afei nana kwaku as good morning fancy bueno Trenoda anono so eko enso atimi da ma fe Jonathan enso se Jabulani sanso ana Brontia if Mubarak enso eko edama fallen ball in 2010 nese eno Jabulani asem ana no se etima ka fe wenso se Brazuka eno Yarrison and ana de asem enso atimi da ba Bena Emmanuel enso se Jabulani afe Reaza Junior enso se Jabulani Pedro Prodoa Madina Cruz enso atene enso atimi da ba fe Stephen Mensa enso ese oko edama Jabulani ana no so atumi ede aba chese messages in there edoso pa fancy
wo eno enso eno no ye ba so real quick na mom betway eno ye sama manfo nso edi eye us say almost 8 us and it does no nti mo eno am say tie fa code no say mo am depa ti mo say di anopai mama mo 5 course na ye nkomra because weekend shall see a quick BW1 64F 2B E7 27 us ana me dia ma no shadow academy to screen so mamo second code 22 us BW1 64F 3130D 13 us and a bay BW1 64F 3544 and we are 7 us. Last code BW1 64F 3EFC yes ti yamako de na wi na mental supreme na oma enen so enye kama won ti ebrana so 20 minutes after 10 ye brana so ye kwamo no ne anu no still live on Wontumi TV digital on satellite ye wom ana fe live on Wontumi TV live on Facebook oba na virgin page unya wa follow na wa like him page oba share empredo bi abesa share wo message se beba na YouTube no enso eye Wontumi TV live and eye Friday you go for enough for the stories no and so amount
fancy sure
fancy we are stubborn
sponsor there no any fancy
chairman
fancy you strong
yeah that's so yeah but in time we share because now what's your na chikakra
abada bi amhwemo adwuma ne koso samhwe sports I work Ghana there I can confidently confirm say Wontumi sports no I don't know number 1 just say star BRB and I would bo
that's right
na tapuku baby o bia on samra so otomua baby bishop e wo bia bishop wo bia on samra
adwuma sisi
on samra adwuma
na so on two car okay ti shama me say bishop atuka
awotomo ba na vini ekizizo akasa
oh nice
vini ekizizo akasa okay just adwuma no Wontumi sports ebeguso ayekese na be kese ya na ho anso no obi atie abrochire me wo ho ne ade ya yinyina ahwa no obi a no etie mo ye kese mo ye tough eno ti no me sorry anopa na Wontumi mintie Wontumi sports anwa juma no you ya me wo hoda se ujini dia obeya juma asachre ni no you ya me wo hoda se ujini dia obeya juma ye bompaye shamachi shra Yehuwa ilahenu Yehuwa ekad we ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika luvika uvika naveshika uvika miyodika tode yashach Todi Yashak. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Come on, boy, Kapo. Say Kapo chairman. I feel like chairman about
yes.
Go tama taboku kasamu send messages and ben no bia say hey oh chairman ya dear pass.
There is Sunday there so Monday na chasa boys no one more start so more report e various one more camp esansa one camp qualify matches awodwa I was no so eba so e man from so nyina no eno so abakọ so ntena Friday no me de to wanim sa matches awodwa was eba so nyina no ye de ache na fa ya hwesere no enso mbesi akọ wo kola league ni mo a eno so so na team no wo mo body etia ye tamfe e wa brad ye minya no sa wo mo game eba so our stadium Al Sadar our near ye for so Pamplona e hono ayo wura for so Yavi abe Royals ono na cheso be center referee enso mbanyama matcha eno eba so 7 o'clock na dwi ana cheso so na team no wo mo body etia bobo kwa for so ye tamfa eno mbaye game eno so aruba so eno che Helen Zoronya enso aye club wo mo so body etia Sassuolo Calcio na chesa Helen Zoronya team no eno mbaye 6:45 ana nyumre wo mo game no owura for so Francesco aye for now ono ana Jamensa kanasa Federazione Italiana Jorgo Calcio ukomwa aye AIA emperfono wo mo so mbade ne kanasa aye referee no wo mo the appointment enso mbade mana eno aye match and abakos wasana Germany no ye wo Hoffenheim e wo fie wo mo so mbabo game area tia referee anase gamer eno so mbade baso no wo mo the FC Cologne enso mbade babo nyina no enso aye referee aye fanasa Felix Zoya ono na chese gamer eno so mbaba so ananyume no wono so mbade di ana forum enso our French League Champagne ye wo Paris FC bobo game no enso mbade tia Lorient omo game no enso mbade koso no eno aye star je boy ana chese Benoit Melon enso mbade referee wono mbade kwakori sa game no pe no yere amtetene nyina enso mbade bana yenko aye Spain afe Shadrack mame aye Spain almost squad because chese Spain no many carry to gasam omo yese and about 2 days from days ago ama me catch said ya me say kano and some and say and from sanam ya na kwadare fan salami jamal wono recover bani no me tese coach no abesa what to call up and some other man kwadano and chese basa fonso womo bo anyo so because na say kwano na ya results and ya de enshadan kwasadie womo some supporting akwadano you be pro ya wo buy and change to so kase wo de ko aye national campa na chese bi akwadano pro no wo be sam asaba bi ema chese performo no mo so anyi na mum anopai coach I fansa Luis de la Fuente manager na say Wontumi Kasebia one friend Lamin Jamal I was so friend no when anya chess a friendly game and then you be a game be a kekereno and a World Cup qualifier at chess Spain one build day on points in the Gua and no Spain and some amino and to the moment I just and men friend Lamin and Aquadano and Prakoban and China then I will yo Wayanti one for and Kobo Obusamo so on for way and some Kobo game no and to the meaning say manager no and some afre Lamin Jamal Spain one coach and some other call up the amount down na Spain able game and some other Georgia one basabo game area to mayor you for some Bulgaria only 2 countries nyame arman international break yamono one some other kona shockingly Real Madrid aboy na for say Alvaro Carreras no one from Aquadano na and central for bisana na ball na Aquadano ball Edema Madrid and saying and one for Alvaro Carreras was what are some monitor other players what are some monitor players how will be Aquadano and some echo so Bobo Edema Madrid and on Chesa be a team today try I was so throw not Dean Hansen and your call up and it's Alvaro Carreras and Yabia and Chesa I was Aquadana and your more and Sana one and your call up and Chesa no and your Kakofi coach Naswaya and some other banana peno I was sure so what we not time Amonitano play yen jumadi na make us enwa Real Madrid amon kwada no bia kwini ka
chesanum aye BMW we no ensom aye new model omoche ensom ade man kwada no wo bia ensom akokere de opa na ye diama because wo bo ensom ama Madrid I was so kan aye simple krana shoro akmame anopo mo ba training no Robi ade ne dia na ba se ade mono dia wunya eyo wo se ehwo teyiro enwa nkwada no fa card ko fie no because when I was out about training I am ra a chese ya she the moment every card mama no dia so wutwi etim Mbappe no ane chese Gonzalo Garcia ne akwada na fa no sa Raul Asensio Dani Cavaya no ma wo mum aye chese ne kan sa rehabilitation I recover ane chese Jude Bellingham no Den Hensen omona nkwada na carrying no will be at a brand new BMW latest yatse ediamom and about training and some anopay now a brown kurani rum jamin say woman training a gusu alcosmano casino woman some training shadow academy mawa woman some kurani training no Trent Alexander Arnold aya out ebium Dani Cavaya and some aya out and a player yafana Antonio Rudiger no and some aya out and a Fala Mindy one of some to me and training omo yankwada makoma ko 4 a chese training about another plan I say ekasai egusu elkoso bi na wo hwe no anya de sem omo ewo training mu a Jameson can after training no coach no some about press conference we read a press conference or the announcement about enom chese squad what they call omo game no and some essence our saboboku a ya for Real Madrid about La Liga game no a match against Villarreal ana chese nyame yarmo tena about some our Santiago Bernabeu into manager and press conference and Jamaican San squad no one the announcement and some ababa na Jameson can say and you man koso for the past best of 3 days and ye ama Federico Valverde and some abu fupa na nina chi ye bia ba e dia beto anim Jamaican say Valverde no mete se nyame yar mo tena manager for Xabi Alonso ebese Valverde starte omu game no because am sem amanfo akampi coach na beka sa wo manage akwara na sere be ya epra ensom ankonko ba match ba kupa wo mo na hu sensem na ai wo mpeso be wo me up ana mpeso wo bo ana den ya dema chesene nyina ba ma akwada no what statement by enwa beka sa ne camp omo dwapa na nyame yar mo tena just Valverde obi ono ababa back into the starting lineup and on the kakre filmo and some like eba Mbappe wouldn't say me be some days ago sir Mbappe lose kilos na nani mo edupa na Jameson kan sir me be class wo lose be 3 kilos no sir ayampa wouldn't say Jamaican sir wo lose between 2 elko 3 kilos yes boy no nani G Madrid pass say Jameson kan sir be am boy in form and some aba and say charity begins at home now say sabi adami all ba would free dia e be start them at your free training grounds na training in Mbappe I am very happy and Jameson can say when say manager Xabi Alonso training methods and chesene mom di go come no I are quite different from coach na your friend Carlo Ancelotti na you say and Xabi Alonso no wo mo your ball work no more on the place no so there more na be catch us on primary kako and afa ball to ko pitch no 1000 wo ko pitch o ma ko 1000 ko pe dey e be ba o se ko pitch 1000 and team tudum sa ball work no aye more and no ana chese player you for say Mbappe and some enjoy pa and to be ma match be am on conference level no and some abosoro abapano pe no aye kakra o ma so ye and some like aba wonu ma kodana you for Alex Grimaldo born ball and some Amaliwa cruising or you'll be responding at the bottom of spend 2 now. Akodano wouldn't say Alonso eba Madrid nanko baso deneba and later eba to jasa woman yanko farme kai kwasa no bekasa Alex Grimaldo and you'll be a Xabi Alonso no and some eba so deneba na ono no din komo no say Ayampa Real Madrid Ebenimo Nanka Akwenya Ewo Hosan Kobetimi join Bobo Kwe say Real Madrid Namum was say Omoko sign Alvaro Carreras and no man deal Antimiama so na Anya Madrid Enkoa no possibility and some Homan say Robetimi join FC Barcelona one sent to Barca from Cambium Chesena Onum Atibabiote Ama teacher another one so I say Atletico Madrid Omoko so Benimo Nessa player back out left back no one Tom Madrid abai Barca abai and Atletico Madrid also show interest I say one some other swama fan at the economum and Yamasona Akonami say Yamatu Jasa Lami Yamana Yanang Amaphobia no Akobo PSG game and our statue of Chichia and one and Nuno Mendes Amuano at the national bottom near at Italy was say and then for no we full say Akonami and Fonse Lami Jamal and some are the best player and we are say Yakas will be any ball bar and with your mum body every other cast will be kita ballon d'or but according to ono Alas Grimaldo no what did you ever say Lami Jamal I the best our assassin and then I can't finish and some at the ever okay say when we are bouncer and a Paris Saint-Germain game no pictures be a PM and a video buyer you saw Robert Lewandowski and Sheikh Nasser Al-Khelaifi ono and your president Adama Paris Saint-Germain not just you want more doing commona and commodiana no el question Jamina no say yes Lewandowski catch up and say ne one during the why you juma wo ball opening up because said Paris Saint-Germain team no woman young kwadan ketenketena will be able said them belly Desire Due, creature Kwaraskilia, woman out yet, woman boss, out ball, I could draw. I just want to Jinam Elmo and Shrikano, Metis Lewandowski catch up and in his head. Woman Yajuma Pana Okita Jean squad. Now, some team spirit and I'm wash papa, walk away Sabian, Kwadanket and Ketem Mayu num, and I'm buying them and I don't mind the body massa, mind the engineer, just a general Kwadan de Bobono, Metis Lewandowski, so opening up so what kind Michael Laudrup or you'll be a game no or my popia now Michael Laudrup and will say you want to guess Pedro no Okobasa the most important player and Pedri and yet Lami Jamal and then Abia De Jong and then one say Nippon who here pa and some other bounce at Timono and some Ayakana fans of Pedri now Akaraba quite area say will be a can some say on in Bonobo will be on some HS one and some Ayobia Chess Jumadi on Miapano and no Achos Akurano some Jan and also now Michael Laudrup Ayobia Ban Madrid Abaya Jumanum Vesel Kobenomia de Achess and no what Bojuma the Amomo Pono and was see I want to just say aside Aya Pedri and some Adiano what is a man for Shasena I yes say up to for say Arsenal and a budget Champions League and a mother Barca Akoto baby and a Madrid num was say Champions League yan Jan September and a Champions League yan Jan October Michael Laudrup I say Munyaba Trena was say Okaso yes say what the month of October also be beje ye do next month and asem po say we be beje o sem aye premature munya botra fama aye competition say be a and you man some be final dey Wontumi kase bi obi and some finance say and no some be siako na Lami Jamal aye akoda bia ne sign no on say o shogolo na say no kofa anche ne buy but ne sign ankase ni on say ne sa no wo left na wa cross say e dia back ne right side na on say ne santia from Ketwono ebesi de hye ne middle finger enom aye 3 na chese ne kokromoti ene chese ne satia na dikan no sunum ano aye 0 na chese ne sene fa no why ne 4 enti 304 obiarim say aye ne kura se area code last 3 numbers ano de aye sa ne sign no 304 no na kura na ye de me say kan so akoda no wakoko register Etina Deminyano say wodru Jiju intellectual property sebia kasa dewe media ade na chese yo dia no provide document sampa ade no ensom media menam de bai 304 akodano ako EU intellectual property one office akwa register ntina sebia atade sneakers ana sebia backpacks ana yataka say school bag de boy chi se uye bi dia ba untimi mfa diwe ento so adana baba ya akodana japadia yede update and the akane nyina no ensom ma ye tofo enano pay ensom awo shono sona and what you know ma men fonto wadem sa wuram ensom awo ne akane say Premier League nimu a ma me aye chesa England almost squad no coach no Thomas Tuchel yaba studios na wada som aye ne press conference because una squad I was so transma ye bisa nsam ba kumie no bi da wo chirechirem de ntia wo fra so masina one from Obentena squad nimu no Jude Bellingham aye out womu bisa coach no so womu person be hadwen or stick it to omwa what do call the last international break omwana wasado mo ye adwumantiam pa Jude Bellingham anim ana Phil Foden our born ball and some Man City are out of the squad. England and the crack ball Latvia no more sadia ball yade say Wales and some amino enti Wales are friendly and I feel Latvia again a World Cup qualifier and too much sabako yonkofa kansi and I say yonkofa ball and abako some World Cup qualifier name of them can say Adam Walton, what kind of boy no back Crystal Palace on Bonnie Bopa, one Medford and Adam Walton, or you out, and Jack Grealish and your form, and some Everton also yet Aquadano, and so are you out because coach and say squad out the quad the last break, and one of us was under yet Juma, now some Mansi on James Trafford and John Stones, Omuyobia, woman your chance and our squad, now before sir, coach Everton Asiama, I press conference about you can't hear, I Thomas Tuchel kakrai because for the squad by no posina one day message and so at Dubai Thomas Tuchel
Wales, so it's a derby, it's emotional and it's a big crowd in Wembley. People will maybe go and would like or fall into the trap of going into the narrative it's only a friendly and then we are almost qualified and it's an easy match in Latvia looking at the table. It is Alzheimer's Society International, brings a very important topic into the spotlight which we are very grateful for and we want to prove the point that we are ready to take next steps and build from what we started in the last camp. First of all it's Wales, so it's a derby, it's emotional and it's a big crowd.
Free coach I found say Thomas Tuchel and some aswede benano peno I was shown so na yanko yenim todna mospe akwadana ya fan Rodrigo Bentancur report amenya so boy no why extended a contract and some that ya Spurs enti Jaban say Rodrigo Bentancur and some assign new deal ama club no best wonyanko ba bia wa announcement no ana chese todna bobo kono so dia ba yare update and some for Newcastle team no woman coach Eddie Howe and so on play your press conference now woman could not fan say Tino Livramento woko pry manager na update and player was it Tino Livramento abako 8 weeks nasa automatically aye 2 months ana akodano wono som abatena fie ontimi mobo enom aye said your coach and then somebody atuga na de aya na say wo kai so mo sign Juan Visa last day ana almost signing Visa every aye Brentford buy na Juan Visa buy wo sheda mobo papa bia wo bia de sini kotu gan kwaro kofa no ana pay omo de abasa Juan Visa san safa setback na we no aye minor setback ana Juan Visa safa na minor setback no kra no wo mo che so besan ko aya 1 month na se ne san kanya minor setback kan wanya na san ka be ha introbi o mo de buy a san ka bia buy na wo bogos and yate and some Newcastle team no wo pra yerim so be recover wo mo se another minor setback asa de na ko 1 month no ayara ho sam e free o maso ye and some at the Liverpool team no me be kan na no person Alisson Becker wo kotwa scan and wo mo se wo betimi am me se Chelsea game and your tenade automatically are you out wo mo Manchester ball wɔn Madrid ɛbɔ wɔn Man City ɛbɔ ne nyinaa no yɛ 4 big games a Jemina no sɛ goalkeeper no bɛtumi amesena no pɛi coach ɛfa no sɛ ana slot ɛnso a press conference ɛba so na wɔwie slot on ɛyɛ goalkeeper no a ɔkyɛ so ɔyɛ out and was saying after international break no na ya said your boy no so recovery ni ade so besi akona mu no wo mu sa no on Georgi Mamardashvili one na bedam ade ama Liverpool awa brand chese Alisson Becker enso anyho ana mu bisa no say Mamardashvili awa bedam na bia no wo gidie e woni mu also ojibo ni because what he can be pay yenti coach awa bra wo din komadi afa ni goalkeeper na oba best in
We've seen against Southampton how well he's adjusted. We knew that we were bringing in a very good goalkeeper, but when he plays his first game, that's always the best way of seeing that he's adjusted well or not. And I think we've seen in that game that he's adjusted really well. To our club, which is not a surprise because he's a quality goalkeeper, and now he can do what we've had to do so many times in the past, replacing Alisson, hopefully in a way like we've did so many times before. I think we've seen against the Southampton.
Some manager if I say and a slot and I'll say you didn't accept Emma you for and I'm pay and some I was shown us now Kadana fan who go Ekitike saying I'm much like Ekitike ever bought and us on to me on manager say and I said no training session ever so over say be Ekitike bet me up and I say on to me more sana diano and some city and watching Ukraine Federico and your case and Sweden sana no ya de update and some ade bana Konate Bakubu sana say born a far Konate hope na mo consider go and was say the last 2 matches mistakes across no mum and your boy no kwa was say just a team no the entire team one my a few errors few mistakes across no and across Liverpool to me nka say bia wo de sobuano kwa ba single out and your Konate na bia what you blame and some that you born dabi ya nya sana mum wo mu sana say we lose the game our Crystal Palace and watch it wako Alisam Sport Kompleski and some our Turkey akoluzu game ama bobo kwa farisa Galatasaray Chelsea ayo game akwakobo anyabiano wo per reaction na ofu say reaction bang and the boys no adebama no manager jitu musampa the moment abeluzu game bako ebeluzu mi eri de toso mi nsare ya de o say wo kire bibi ntem say wo mu do mani bre na ba besu Chelsea sonti yenti coach and our brother manager ni din koma on reaction our hanum san nkwada no edebema no yenti slot.
If the reaction is after you lose against Palace, you lose another game, you can argue if that is positive. But I saw a team that wanted to try from the first to the last second everything to get a result. Different than to the Palace game, we won much more second balls. We were like in the Palace game close to a result, and I've said many times last season the margins are so small, and that's the same this season again, and we are trying to find a way of that is not about luck or bad luck, or it's not about a set piece goal scored or against, that we are just better than that. It doesn't matter if Ekitike goes 1-on-1 to the goalkeeper, he gets twice or 3 times a pull on his shoulder, but he does everything to stay on his feet like our players mainly do. And 1 minute later in the other 18-yard box, a player feels this, goes to the ground as if it was the worst hit he ever had, and the referee gives a penalty.
Liverpool coach na kasan utienie pa the also coming in a reaction to your minimum and say 2 matches on my ball against Crystal Palace and against Galatasaray, and a small details be as a bono penalty new Saka will be pena where Jano want to box him na ya Jena say ye tiana mani we ma san yo man keten no and now kwadi tia club e fa Liverpool tin no one more reaction say nyamia no watchna wabra Chelsea elbo arieti aboboku a ye fa no say Liverpool sa game no eno abakọ so abo bridge no so nyina no wono say reaction nyamia aduma eno so abakọ ewa abra no pay ye update ene de aka no nyina no enso de ebana Chelsea coach no wono so be ye press conference wo wie na manager no say ye want to dwa so obi anim say Cole Palmer out anyare so watchna Cole Palmer ebebo eno mu busa no say na Cole Palmer be time be after international break no Palmer ebeba and will say our meeting this week when ebia doctors and I say bia Palmer mushia this week and obey who the extent of akodano ebia the injury NHS recovery time akadema Cole Palmer team ba na for now party when he update bia Cole Palmer so time when some adeba recover ho na manager Fana Maresca say you want to just what na match omom etrafie and some and Liverpool abori nyina no was some say players makumaku 8 it is our first teamers and also our first team players now okobo Liverpool now players makumaku ngotwe wo nyina out ha dwempa Cole Palmer, Liam Delap, Dario Esugo, Andre Santos, Levi Colwell, Wesley Fofana, Tosin Adara Bioyo, and Trevor Chaloba, Nidiano, a suspension of the red card. And T, and no, and just from your players, and Yamia Watchina, one of some intimate game. Now, also, the original person, one will consider Liverpool, sir. Liverpool, I get the best team, our Premier League anymore. When we are the best team, our England, is also match today because I'm going to be defending champions. And to say, when Liverpool Kwakoba, and my name Kwese be a last season, and Tabia this season and Tessa Derby, love na Liverpool Elkona free, and there be a Chelsea for no, and some other some more catch up. No more meaning to crown. What did you ever say? Chelsea improve it. Now, I'm not trying to problem be almost a face Biano, one some other summoner for sure. Namian watchina, they will be there. I just almost so closely. I just almost so chess a game. No, one more man in your foe, and my Liverpool team. No, and you some coach and Fanasa Maresca, and somebody at Tuka. Now, discipline and says, Mama focus. And I'm last. I have 4 matches. More direct card and Kwame and Sam goalkeeper DB against Manu Afei Trevor Chaloba and some Noko DB against Brighton and a player. Your father says Joao Pedro. Our Champions League against Benfica and some Odibwase. What us now analyze here? Your red card delivery on Martin Seripano. I say okita bad intention. What to Chelsea? You know, Sanetiana Derby and yes, Saneti. Wamana Fe, Wamosom Asofe Amanyamas. I find now. Ora, your phone is Alan Shearer. Yamia Mochina. One big game ever. So Anna Shearer say a great game. Liverpool team no Wontumi lose matches. Me and San Tuaso sa. That is a Obaluzuba Kwaluzumi no Shearer beso. Woman, you may say, woman, some Abeshasa, defending champion, and for pre-season title, favorite, Yamasta League in the crown, no, be as Liverpool for SI favorite, Adama Premier League, no, and a Chelsea, so woman Luzuba said 3 matches be at Waswa, and her jump at Sakoba, Serbia Chelsea, Elusaba Argentina, match not Eberson, according to Alan Shearer, Liverpool, Luzia. Anya papa ana Maresca so Luzia anya papa because the moment what trouble San Luciano at the pressure ebemano enom I kakrefu coach na so no and some aso deba na Manchester coaching job no when you say dear yabo burning in a report I mean say Olympic Marcel a coach na your fan Roberto Di Zerbi mete say you say okay sir Manchester you can call no ho ana or call Marcel and na me no ka say report I mean no and some that say sound out say be omo person many coach na eya adwuma report amenya no say coach no aba Japan na for aba eya adwuma de ama club ye fan Manchester United wa Bruno Peno eya kakraba Bruno Fernandes ye say ne entourage no omo say omo mo Bruno pa ba catch say boy no when complaining say be amoye na dinebo 6 and as 8 nke bi obenya one about 10 a day yes we okay baby a coach na be cast omo bia no one Bruno Fernandes I ready sir one some about onye ready say be okoye bibi na afei and so akwa teacher na de enya ne pa no say na one am oye captain and is anioma be sesamba med no ma be dania one am also di animu ehwe say anioma nyina be ko kamana mom yes mpanfo no nyina say nyame ya adom tena wa bra Manchester and Sunderland ebono ombehu bibi fofo kra awasane masesa na fe club no enso na start enya results eno aye kakra frimo enso ade ba enaro pe no enso awo show no so Arsenal ya trade your coach enso adebaba ono ene Pep Guardiola omumi onu nyina no ya twa omo press conference abeba no mom Gabriel chesa where Gabriel Jesus wonim say Everton for ne AC Milan emu nyina pena ase on a lighter note no obi ayinani na Arsenal for no say womo mane nko on a cheap because me just a price somebody atono so aya between 30 ekosi 35 million pounds and no aya price Arsenal womo dey atwa branch man say Gabriel Jesus so ewa brand ye he say womo som na betumi afa akodan no ensom adena ko because Arsenal aba so mo ton afa womo som na balance some books no aye kakra and some from a weekend way you Juve everybody at AC Milan now Jonathan David okaina waba for free about be shall go back coupe be no no what yada chese Jonathan David e be won sheda hunu nyoma so report amenya no say 21 sha game no coach Fanasa Igor Tudor Ebema Dusan Vlahovic Astarte Nadia Jonathan David also our bench and a similar so company say yes player bakua one bench na enye ye a 40-year-old Luka Modric hey na because omo aye na poli game na referee bona be see upon so Modric is celebrate you because afei and watch Champions League age 40 game nya say na we drew a similar na Milan team no about successful passes 300 on a decay and a successful passes equal opponent and a half 169 on a decay and a Chelsea Osanda number 1 and about possessions 131 Chelsea waya juma pa and about say be a balls intercepted over 10 Nadia Bakukra want to say out of the 630 minute this is in Milan abono Modric abomu 449 report coming and say game against you coach no and some sabas was starting no and no aye kakra frimo and some eba won some nyina no ye de ema ye chef and no pay and some our shows onim say we got top 5 euro pa by monchin team no wo mon kwa na nyame yar mo chena so mo din kunim against aye Frankfurter na say omo ko 10/10 ye started season 9 matches in all competitions wo mon anya 9/9 na company say wono kwa no onim wo mo baba tena say press conference yana MSN in the penny catcher and say ochino sha wo mo ko 10/10 top 5 leagues no so but no kwa yana san yo man nhede hiane sa no baby na tension wo ye pan say consistency ebe ye adwuma na ne free month ye wo mu enkosi chese rade aduma next year match chese moi den sa time na say bamu cha de bi o me so me bia no wo mo so atimi aye odutum say Frankfurt aye side o mo hadwen wo mo offensive game to so tina bamunchin som ehye goals omudu si omo na fe wo mo se mia omo kire pampe sarabe a wo mo consider sa eno eya asoma coach na fa say company ensom ari atudwa e wa brenano pay no yere update and dia kan nyina no ensom emaya yemfesina yemakwa mabedwa from na fe yentoa so enfenfro still live on Wontumi sports buffet live on Wontumi TV onu say yo
Mbappe story now yeah say the weight no so by metro kilometers
so boy 2 to 3
kilograms and kilometers
kilograms
I want to say yeah na place no among fa ni maybe show mutrimo me ka se place na me ka ye dey boys here no mo hay. I've gone to so many scouting procedures where I've met players, young players. Na enyan duro mo so a na omunye hu wa no ma hu ti bi ofre na ne bon komo kakra or expect say obebusa ne say obo position be. Naturally every footballer be aba scouting asia oba justify rehearsal whatever oba sia na ohun say we coach ofre na ne din koma oni so obebusa ne position obo na obusa the position we obu okra busa say na obo position be. I say coach me boba bia finfi ho kwani mu de me boba bia no ka say no pese ba bia wo bo ho to se bia mtim bo 8 ya ka 8 ni wia na hwe ni mdi robo say o wait ye say ontumi nkan chira
say onim ni wait obu say
okay now height ye say ontumi nkan height chira nti yes a ba ko ka chem say na oni na danfo ya ojanfi omo Jesus no mo cost scout nti onde ya ojanfi nim ni wait no pese ko bu say ya ojanfi wa chira ho no be ka chere me. No. See, so your Ghana card or passport, baby, I can buy your data. No, some information. No, and you can say Ura Efi. Now, SSS. Now, we work acquire professional athletes. Some information you will see video. So tears is so we do SSS because every area of the field you will wait here. Wow. Every area of the field, you wait here. Omo wait who shada who here bebre sa midfielders. The omo you wait to form kra no am any kwa say how bebrebe. The height to form any kwa say how bebrebe. General midfielders. Second the height na Kasman Golo Kante ne Pedro Modie sebe. E come Vitina no. Vitina mo no. Adwene ni nyina mo hono na wo. Antonia na mo height ne say. Nyankopo ye wadom na ye Rabi Momo Michael Essien na o sa height se Musa Dembele ya turo mo dia o ye blessed with aerial durability enti ende na nyame na dia chew but naturally so diminutive o ye midfielder ya na ye nyusu weight in fan kasem na professionally players we bu say the weight na onim for mobility o ye wide forward o ye attacker weight no started from 77 to 78
esi
ebi be ka ho a o na wo stop o career no yo bia yo coach. At some point, Madrid can send the Hazard. Why you do because Hazard was England, you know. A football we are then sign. Wouldn't we say the Hazard Osibon ball?
Oh yeah.
The BB technically he's good, but who feel physique in his movement. So the Mudasi no kotokono. Onimbobo and Onimbobo.
Piapa.
Nana what they are no, but now what they balance in the bono. Sana Wingers and also Sotier. Mbappe no. What in a kilogram so I feel no have you know Spain pa because
they knew okay na me pay attention but I kind myself kakra okay say nche na kotoko Steven Mukwala so one time me menene to one onwa won skill I won room
onwa won skill
or a lot of medical we or
Steve Mukwala
or whole suitcase of the medical the other checking it the pressure ne other things or capping we need
serious
so me no after one training no gina skill so no this is why I'm not performing well and I'm so why no so the more you do because the optimal weight no should be 70 but now I think so on I think 75 so that evening decided so let's start here more of gym work or say ono mumu na ma me hu say a part to play our game no so
ono ajetu mu say yes. That is why I'm performing.
Yes, I saw catch him say he's not comfortable with the way
yes the new work and one no
so what kind of it does play a part in game normal ball.
Oh, Mukwala level no so free okwa Simba ho.
Yeah.
Na Simba level mo the ball Champions League no. Mukwala minimum pay but one year on na say $10,000 $8,000 ho no. Oni so wa mu nyina. And yo at that point no. Say Yakopo yo adom na unya team ni bi ba. Dia kana be maintain who starting 11 no any coach wo bi wo. And your personal management And he say, and to work as Mbappe, now the secret here and say every league be also wait here. A matter of our league, league in the on intensity no form. It be a wait now the Bahasa no the Bahasa Mbwa. League in also a some way to kakra because there are certain areas be on averagely 1 minute be there was a contact. Make a contactor or they call communication a your phone. Area free will be now kind of contact. And yes, I'm person share. Obedient the whole count.
Yes.
Every 1 minute be a contact. Obedient home baby count.
Body contact.
Body contact. Body contact. Okay, I say your body contact. Obi say enipa honam nyedua. Body contact. Obi fa the honam come.
Wontumi.
So Mbappe won. The evolution he's in the last phase of positional development. Mbappe positional development say obi share place or so position in rules you know he is in the last phase baby Mbappe we do number 9 or center hono uncle baby abiu
no typical winger
sir afedi we baby do center forward ho uncle baby abiu. Now the project would have to complement his attributes, his features, his strength as a forward. The other part of the system, you know, is a support, you know. Adia de can call, de can faha, no. Ubuso be baka say is tia. But a light and top on the steering chimko on many. So light and a supporting system to the steering. Now Mbappe holds the steer. The supporting system will be wingers. Vinicius Shembi, Master Antonio Shembi, Rodrigo Shembi, Chouameni Mushembi, Kamavinga Mushembi, and he is supposed to be the leader of the attack. A bassa, a son no share ni body ni. And until Ronaldo ye boko from Manchester as a tricky winger. Euro 2004. Ni ochirwa ko die ba bewe. Na every time bia na ekoshe Ronaldo I said this guy obet tormenting papa because line so there. Wa be bia Ronaldo be you afiri mu. But at Madrid na say wa fa sa obedu number 9. Na o hye Benzema nim wie no. Na fe Ronaldo o hye ne body yie. Because anybody won free obi o just say age ene yi ne de na free. Now Mbappe is in that same frame. Now Real Madrid there are certain positions yawo a paramount, a premium. France no, a matama France no. A matama France no. Madrid attack no, oye day besi bako for na so. Every project biya. Obi ne beba be obi de sinchen. Obi ne de beba. Who is their leader? So ye number 9, so ye number 10. Who is the leader of the attack? E bako for ya. And Madrid benya Ozil, Di Maria, James Rodriguez. It is always for Ronaldo. Before Ronaldo, now Mababe nya their own mini definition of God in Raul. Almost several Raúls. Raúl because a center number 9 and wide number 9. What they knew, they said Raúl they show you goes to the Maye. Until they had Ronaldo, it was Raúl. Say after Benzema no, a hoina kuchiri. Ho se lu mo be share ho say oni wait. Vinicius nyame drew ho. Na Mbappe ba se me drew ha. Na me saso etimi waiting so yaw baby a Madrid drew no on say saso kan for Alonso sa ne ma no say o men dressing room ho a oboka say ni meaning or say I love how Alonso trains with the ball. Place ni bebre ko jira kire nwi coach o training too much my physical
parking hundodo
mo ball ne da ho ban fa na nkan be run sa ne be break ni ma mo nu so now we started camp coach no at Madrid. The key figure of the project in Ababa and Mbappe so Kabima coach in one Aseche. At the same time, no near Vinicius a fear all in the Wolfua or Kasa.
Obian found.
It was started come for Alonso be bomb and Chino. Then the project will take off. So I think say we are seeing prolific number 945 for Mbappe. Oshaho na shaho na oshaho or prayer number 1 ho Julian Alvarez, Victor Osimhen,
Erling Haaland
akasifomu ni abuboyo onu Mbappe no na Isaac din kakraba ho Hoinaka
Lewandowski mo
oh say Lewandowski mo hand
okay
button
also the on fans on there
on hand button
yes
Yo Mbappe be hiding pa away from Mbappe's story no we shall not drop a cast and be about Pedri. I mean, for the other quickly, Fama, Barca are very careful about the Champions League. they won La Liga man for be Brazil say yenya PSG anka say sort those comments me and kanya ntamela
aduane na esi wanim no
okay so my key problem is say sa go no a
asa coach no so ko promise no ase like a idea also ombe do betimi bia so mobeje
yeah
and the mo coach
promise no okay Messi ekura Michael Campuno or promise do na ansa na wuyi na dia banako promise so Shadrack mama sa go no first go no Nuno Mendes they not for free ase ha no last year Barca had everything in terms of the attack and number 9 was so matured. Frank Torres when Rafinha had a very good form. Pedri, Frankie de Jong on the other side when Rafinha. But Adia Obiaji to say D team nenya no e defense no. Michelle drop say Pedri is the most important player El Barca set up him. Pedri didn't see how come for and I'll be just so important and say every system be always be I keep saying say you need power where the hub of the system. Pedri has grown to a leveler now we hear a natural partner. Na ehonom no na Barca fans no Barca coaches no everybody who followed the club edge say why ne become Pedri ho nanso no the presidents are Xavi Iniesta settled the two ho no na man for adwene say you duo he has to have a partner so na the game na year pie along the way now Gavi unity Gavi a bit of inconsistency the highest point of the game or the man can say in the career so far for Spain against Italy it was bino but not for Barcelona. For Barcelona, Gavi a pre-press. It will mean a constant member and a partner for Pedri and a Frankie de Jong. Now, okay, Frankie, you know, you're key member of Farmer Fleck after some Fleck by no. Actually, no, shame because now Casado, it was even McBernal Casado and son of Frankie de Jong, a barber showroom. But so we Pedri game need the same chair. Yo, why the old traditional midfielder or what almost 2 minutes ahead of the game. Asemi ya make actually so when you footballer when you coach ya a bad day so better see
so say or the old midfielder or 2 minutes ahead of the game.
Yes,
which you say
General Kofo former House of Kotoko Ashwood Bono not all 2 minutes ahead of the game.
Okay,
and into representing coach Atuko if you failed and so or presenting the coaches in our field and so he stays ahead of the game. Born about to catch us a countdown about because a piako or to catch us a hold on. Oh, hope team
on one dream the also way.
Yo, this midfielders are a rare breed. Now, I'm very, very envisioned. And it's our game no more. I didn't care what I want you to or yet the man. Look at somebody like Modric. How often I say Modric or say pass? Football is pass. Passing is football. Who doesn't pass? Yes. I mean, who doesn't pass? The definite point of football is goal scoring. But you know who football, you know who goal scoring a pass. And until you started warm ups, you're the passing no and a rehearse. You really the goal scoring across now the build up processes of everything, you know. Oba be do the fulcrum, that is a method. O dey check we say method ahodo ma game no ko. No one time she goes, but we dey ka game no. Seedorf, Edgar Davids, that generation of midfielders, you know. Who na what tall. They really understood the game. Even I love we. Oh, your home midfielders pal. Joe de Bravo bomber boy as a midfielder. And son and say ACM a generation before them. Now Blaster know who midfielders after midfielders. I was in Ghana 92. They define the game. And when he say, oh, cats will be important. What we are about to say, that's one who goes. That's one who goes. But yo, I don't want your producer be a wow Ginny. Oh, you show now who's a no. Now, Shadrack and my game was saying Quenechi. Na men kanche Barcelona fans why Champions League no munyo mani free so no munyo La Liga no ho kra san no Champions League yeah but no cricket
you say Barca fan be any free this season Champions League so and I say be on lower more expectation.
Oh why in the year mama on lower expectations
men kwai say yeah Barca and here beje bat omo ye nyoma ne ye dia
of course
they can be there
na niema no so dodo na ya kire ho nya attack
okay
niema no mo nya ne yie no oh last year nya attack ne yi ba sa free mo a defense high line no got cracked checks in got exposed na ball na kotonet ni akoche ni ahye it is a ka goals dia check the margin of goals abasa share Benfica share say Borussia Dortmund share say check obia 2+2+. Madrid in and out. Madrid has I'm about 3 games to minimum 10 goals. It wasn't about goal scoring prowess, it was about defensive solidity. Yeah, we should go away, mommy. What do you free Musa Menya analyst? Yes, and for an eye discuss football. One look goalkeeper now. Now, according to PG shape, we say no. The Omaya nature say, on person build it up on the bar. So, yes, should the Yabusa say, a coin best on the first body there for opponent, over press it. On press it, but man, they are back. No, creative blocks. A 2. I saw by Harino. No, my mistakes, not for one. Or Munja, no community space. Now, creative blocks. Now, blocks in spaces in this. I don't know the idea. It's almost press it, and now almost creative blocks.
We ain't press na no so ahun de omoye
why na the ball no to net no
wa kwadanya mbae
he's not even proving. Watch this go again. So we Barca fan now we am show na to one we has flick ball na so we do need to Champions League so watch this go 2-3 players make sure say omo be maneuver omo way look watch
Mayulu
yeah send Mayulu na share small boy say question why na share there just yeah watch this area come catch us ball you go onye na chiye
o me hu this be our boat through pass na Mayulu na fa
and yeah the crowd board we do how many seconds and about the be draw and now so my am shoe no goalkeeper na Shadrack na check how many seconds and about the free keeper na inside and they could do opponent in the pool. So wait about 30 seconds, I'll be shocked. It's so light. Now because I can Champions League. What come with ease? All come based on last year or performance and all. And now I feed yesterday original can Barcelona fans. Yo, how many minutes are the morning? How many seconds?
Many shows be do 20 seconds.
It was as easy as that. But we're gonna league in the back because somebody a bet. To be very honest. It became so easier. Yo, Champions League, you know.
But I say, not to cut you, but Barcelona problem from the defense. Because team Bia, I say, Nenimu Yinfinfi Bia, and as a concentration war more because player nan KBO dependable. I him say Inigo Martinez. On also no Koyo so Biama.
Yeah.
Last season, all crown. No. Inter share 4. Inter bar we be share 3.
No correct.
Not this season only ho.
No correct. Now only one no correct come be twatwo do crowd we me point na me. Inigo absence na we kire ho no. Sebe pen mu bia na kire ho. Ya o basa kire pen mu bia na kire ho. Amen kan ketuwa bi. Basa kire pen mu bia na kire ho. Inter Milan kire no mo di yo ma chabi na organize kire sa anto so mu share speed.
Oh no. Barca jebe 7 goals so untansano na on sign ho
ya o mse Barca chopan mu bia na echi ho sisi obi a otim obi gina obi command na ho obi na echi ho but obu sa be question ba come men ko no so o say everything be attack bia no the defense the weakness na echi you are so right, including even that Pep Guardiola team no na Victor Valdes mo piyo mo echo enye di na ke bu puyo na counter na bia afa ba Ramirez and Torres mo goals ni nyina the same thing counter say but na sa team the press team we so mo press here nti se kon tu so na be fa so abeje ball no oba press ni pa no or oba January Jose di ni be akopake bass no or de na be bass na pake na ahodo mu oba pake na mfimfin ho and you have make press or called deep block now you more tighter because you need more bigger space with you. What is your idea? How do you see the game? And now they call did they press or man press? Watch the go again. Shadrack the be Saba. So yo defense in here a chihon mon nko a problem near two and back on you check and you and you as a press and start free once a boy that is a Kitwano Dabi Lamino onkonachi de hade hwe kwan a jira ya hwe basa ni fa fam ha hwe kwan fa so omububu mugu he kunde na o chire oba no one Lami hwe mumienu hwe
kunde ni ye late cry
nyomienu na kato no both the left the right winger, the right back, the right central midfielder, all of them, including the centre back. Defense na no konye Champions League yan kan crunch basa for no
because second goal no crown is similar.
Let's be real. But we be any actual organization yema. But we be any actual. It could probably be a difficult season for Hansi Flick. So I'm also dim the capture league in one. So I'm also kill league in one. It could probably be a very difficult league. Tell me, who is the leader of the back line?
Arao.
Oh, now starting Rosso Bay.
Well, Mate knew me that say. Steve, Mamimra when I yintio.
Yeah, me that say. A lot of interesting stories and and I think the point new Kano very interesting, and those that follow Barcelona, no, I know and they delve into the Barca situation, you know, and then I know definitely some will agree, some will disagree with him, but now share Jules Koundé at right back. At Seville, he was a centre back. So I think it's a situation of adjustment. Barca need renowned centre backs, sir. So it has gotten to the point that I wasn't shifting the call because Lami no. Yes, because Osha, Makase 4-3-3. In my own view, there are two ways to go about it. Either say Ubenya wingers or track it back to defend. And now Benya midfielders are retain the ball so much that run be exert a lot of energy. But Lami the profile no and yet in that shape. So Beba back Abe defend the Abua right back no. So therefore you will need a solid centre pair. I'll serve as a shield for the defense and the midfield no. And that is what they are lacking. So in Nigeria, it was difficult for Barcelona to stop him from moving because they had a contract that say a banner says Saudi that he wants to move, definitely he will go. But Nina comes back to the fact that Barcelona is struggling financially. And situation to talk of winning the Champions League this season, they would need a renowned centre back, experienced figure. And also Jessica, who do you get in at this point? So my discussion a bit difficult. Mark Bellingham, Joe Bellingham, and then Joe Bellingham, Omo Papa. Now, Papa no Sabia, Sida. He is complaining of Nebana Enya lots of minutes to play. Of course, as a father, I also am concerned. But Anka Papa Nebaya right if it was a different club other than Borussia Dortmund. Because Dortmund no Enya Omo are creating a niche for themselves. Say players a call no more a very young age. Omo timi propel omo a polish omo art no. Into per clubs at the last 10 years, omo nye sika from transfers pa Borussia Dortmund. Ehwana Ousmane Dembele efrikoi, Shinji Kagawa ekoi, yenya Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang efriokoi, Erling Haaland efriokoi, Sancho Mario Guaiza. Into a more party, say a platform and new can about the fertile land of French football. But who pursue you and also bois the development of footballers post the Jurgen Klopp era no chasing for title. It has proven to be Borussia Dortmund. It is a youngster be a cohodia. You give yourself 2-3 seasons for that player and say, Obeba be the mainstay and answer a name. Most of top European clubs are not able to chase. But Mark Bellingham and Niemana said to the point that Odra dressing room confronting Niko Kovac. Emma Dortmund a banne all parents is a more beer my dressing room nibium. And they were Basse, he's still not happy with the game minutes and the banner enya. Now fancy Adi will be a sida. There was one fantastic French footballer. Senior Oshas no be a Patrick Vieira a most of the renowned French footballers are mobile medal no co, but yenya will be a difficult to find that profile. So Benya a left-sided center midfielder to say Moussa Dembele of Tottenham.
Okay.
They Adrian Rabiot. But then mommy a friend of Veronique Rabiot causing player no troubles be at PSG, at Marseille or confronting coach. Most of the moves are now said but because of the attitude of the parent. Any record and that honinti. Clubs in between but the papa way no. He's feeding on the brilliance of Neba Jubelium and the year the day. No question say if you are to scrutinize Nebano Jubelium no born or bona, he will need time to polish the craft no. On the name or person or paint it out, sir.
Because Job cried here.
Yeah.
When you said Dortmund for not Jeno, so say Obana 77 or Giovanni Reynal.
Yeah.
And before Mbeya one was on Mojima Job.
Yeah.
I know the 77 call Club World Cup. So for match 7 now.
1-7.
So be a wunu about bar. Based on your money and you move down. I mean, you should say club no better say because Dortmund no omo kromo influence who coach and say no man the passmen say mona ye persist na dey ba wona ye ton. So more the money news road here. Because coach abencho.
Because you go to Dortmund no check your midfield Marcel Sabitzer
Wontumi.
where is his best position in the team Omodebo say? Why no be in a free ho? So I check it Dortmund. Oh, they check from their last lineup. Now read it out to us. Now you share omo lineup no where Joe Bellingham no fit in. And him one also ye Shehu Grassi. Karim Adeyemi if he's on prior.
Okay, so assignment ni NY chia omo share the Champions 4-1. Dortmund lineup any goalkeeper Gregor Kobel in post. Obo Nicholas Sula 3 back no as right center back and our center back nanka say Valdemar Anton and our left center back Rami Bensabaini. So 4 no wo 3 back name that is a right full back and as a right wing back Julian Ryerson middle 2 near Marcel Sabitzer on a German of the match and Job Bellingham or Statino alongside Marcel Sabitzer and ball boy no so she going Daniel Zensen.
So he's complaining of time, but in the 8 games our born no assist, no goal contribution. But Dortmund club was all man pressure when you are talking of a youngster. They know how to get these players on the conveyor belt. It is almost drew sa level now. Dortmund a club as any kind, they will always be cashing in on the quality. But for every system, there's an input and output. But what goes on? Our the system, no one has control. Into a moment of time, Dortmund will give him that right input. The output, the idea on the beton. So he's forcing talking because of his senior brother, Jubelium. But on one case he has shown glimpses of player with my very good. But on no level, I was say a mark coach be pressure. That is the Jubelium situation. We can a test case for Liverpool. Now the test case in how to avoid conceding with a new goalkeeper. Now so we say Liverpool ever a rookie goalkeeper, and yeah, entirely true. Because our experience 3 seasons with Valencia. Was the best player?
Georgia.
Yes.
No, Mama Dash really
that is what yes, that is what people are saying.
Number one. Liverpool to me and Tom Allison. And I been so no more ready to Tom Allison. Say be a Casanema or Tias or Bay number 2.
He's never
on a normal day. George Mama Dashville.
Yeah, he's a very wonderful.
Yeah,
many euros no.
Yeah. Now or you can't cross into come by. Keep a beer can to come. Okay, English boy. No, Kwakaza Kasakra. Can you leave Kwakaza?
Because why number 1 was Valencia.
There is no real Liverpool
the national team.
On
say
Captain Chichibi.
Boy, na Wabana.
I know the best player or Georgia ahead of Waskelia. I think a season or 2 ago. So the test case in the absence of Alisson Becker, can he perform to the levels and not clear a year for Liverpool? In a team I consider they are somehow under pressure. But me were absolute confidence in this goalkeeper. And whoever went in for goalkeeper, na him say, Alisson problems are airborne. No, say in the past season, team got 10 games be muscle injury. So they've sensed that the injury situation as only M1. Until also mope a savings no my handing over no the amano. And Anya Kalaya no the man. They decided to go in for the Valencia goalkeeper. So we can need game no only on Liverpool how they will find win against Chelsea, because Liverpool meeting Chelsea and easy game.
Chelsea plays 18 in each.
They are the world champion.
Plan under
and Marina I am my games no.
Striker Ben on the Bible.
Oh, they have a team.
Joao Pedro.
Mofutson sign and sign Gettins be no or
Gettins
players are who we are seeing.
Gettins nice and Florian Vett in the NBA.
Munya with Trevefa. So Georgie Mama Staville any question this weekend against Chelsea.
But
so
this game there, frankly speaking, because the Mama may say Liverpool be reaction.
Oh, throwing towel.
No. And I'm being fair. Liverpool be reaction because one against Crystal Palace. As a Palace number be turn more flesh. And a two side again I'm ball Galatasaray. Meaning say na club I na so bench salad the about be Chelsea game ne dia.
And slot a mistake. I was a game or a mistake. But those saying say because of the goalkeeper Alisson Conte, Liverpool will be facing problems. No, okay, games in there, but big games. Chelsea, Palace, Real Madrid, Man City, Manchester United. And the real test of Benyama or deputy goalkeeper. But I think say onye known sir because of maybe a league now or bono. Any team I will see a camera. Valencia now is not the Valencia of old. It will be tempted to think say Georgie is not that goalkeeper, but Ocean were heroes now. Over here to me say he's a very good goalkeeper. In the Carabao Cup against Southampton, he did very well in that game. But the problem will not be about the goalkeeper. A bit centered around Konate, and then the laterals no be used.
Mozambique the team we share money and Kura Montana how
team bay team
a big game. Chelsea in team as a senior working as on the 19th.
Oh more bay in a prepra.
Oh Moya
Oliver Cole Palmer
into more no be capable of playing and the others are tears no
yes we are the Sanchez never that post remove
oh no more you know I'm going to club World Cup Martinez
best goalkeeper
Emi Martinez by Mantono Donnarumma Mantono. So now you are trying to make
you never must was analysis now I know factors of us factors no
any
blah 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 1 minute
so fancy
Liverpool in Liverpool
for those saying he is not a good goalkeeper and now looking at the games that upcoming Liverpool will be dropping points. Liverpool will not drop points because of the goalkeeper.
But I was among for the message about say Valencia man now can Valencia anya na level ne Liverpool but omo de Benina trust you me.
Yeah.
Just say bia won we Georgie Mamadashvili.
Yeah.
Euros omo born Okokoji Spain for Okokoji. And I was like I feel more say Liverpool for into money.
Say no or yes story now. Yeah. We na no tackle way. And I'm a English boy. I can news now discuss if I job in a papa no. I can remember so so. Na Copa Mane Sancho no date ana mo call Germany Bundesliga na. Sa boys no. For boys ana mundru niya. Once Copa Madrid in the loan 10 free city for no.
Yeah.
English boy no boys no sana what you they believe in whatever they have. So wait, or your English one goalkeeper.
Fazer browser say someone who safeguard Valencia goal post with a weak defenders. Why can't him do more in Liverpool with extraordinary and good defense?
I wouldn't have touched this topic, but I saw a lot of commentaries on social media. So without Alisson, that would be the situation of Liverpool. Maka Mesa can be Liverpool problem never honor. there's no problem. But a coach who has decided to change things, any answer was son. But this is a very good goalkeeper. Or the attributes of Donnarumma, the shot stopping ability, I was wrong. Until we know usher in a new Kena, there in the nearest future, he will be minding the post for Liverpool. And it's a one share. This weekend he will be in the post. All the big games neighbor. And we'll prove it to the world. They say, so all kind of European goalkeepers, I was say, more creditor. He will be a name I was also mentioned. After Buffon, we've seen some good goalkeepers. The goalkeeper at Atletico Madrid, he has been very consistent. Oblak. Another name, but on mine no free sono. On mine in your Maya. Do no. And no the situation of Oblak. But be free no. On time on major tournament. On Banzua a glucid and Obeka. On to go beyond and call the business end of competition. So Liverpool fans that are saying this and that, he will not be the reason ABA Liverpool will lose the game. Come back to the game against Southampton. The goal he considered a goalkeeping error. It was a defensive error from Wataru Endo. So Liverpool are a good business in getting this goalkeeper. Now for a goalkeeper, almost a season before all joining, it should tell you the quality of Marco Fanaba. So they may have their issues, but down to the goalkeeper. Yeah, me sincere I might be getting it wrong. Is it that the football world now lack quality coaches? And now say we just don't have time for coaches to develop because no Espirito Santo and Chair no Forest.
Yeah,
I know Mujana coin. So I am managerial merry-go-round. Is it that world game no embracing new ideas? Send Mourinho mube remono. And as a coaches na bano and make a statement for teams to trust on abilities. Because the same managers are going round and round. Ordinarily, Sankia Saki manager be Uncle Beteki Sabatica. Because they are good enough coaches to be working there. Way from Forest Echo Western. Angie, Ijano Crime.
Not now.
So, Shoma on the average, coaches a world game no manage just 25 games. 25 to 30 games. Now you do more. And you ask yourself the decision making, the thought process of this manager, and it's a European competition, extra cash ever. So now coaches are made to work like magicians. And America says Ferguson and a cruise no beji and they will coach him because will be any time in mouse. So team local relegation, financial losses no was true. Now, who are the names you bet him trust to? The call, must say your friends, deserve. Now, can you share the next step of Nekariano? Chelsea, Dean, Bem, or more Macadam? You Frank Lampard, before teams in Nibi, near Jana Quine, or call Steven Gerrard, call Aston Villa, near Jana Quine. And Napo Aston Villa, your manager, or the Champions League, no Majano Quine. And yet down to the EPO alone, most of the European clubs, that is what Omoye. But is it that there are no good coaches around? And as a game, now Nkasa Nimbre for coaches to develop. Because of share in the span of 2 seasons, the number of coaches are assessing clubs now are appointed BS and Babishim, and here Juma Omoye and Edia. I say, being given the opportunity to lead, you need to act like a magician to be able to keep your job. Because the slot Bayer will Liverpool. Say Uncle Basa and Liverpool finish 8th. The story would have been different. And in Manchester United are struggling with their own head coach. Ebimaba, yes, he enjoy more kind. But when the renowned coaches now, I think say a very few and in the game. And Ancelotti, I don't think at this time will come to Europe. So I struggle with any mid-table club. Antonio Conte, and so any noted for winning the UEFA competition. So he's with Napoli. AC Milan kone nemua flirting with also call for Mazalegri. Why? Because of experience. So coaches nearby, and to me, are making a statement for them to trust Omojuma no Moyena. So they will always be falling back.
As a few be or imagine omo to say be a Fabregas di Xavi Crana Barca for Fusonia de Crash or G League.
Yes.
Emma Barcelona.
But still no
Ebi Oliver Glasner.
Yeah.
Europa League with Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Or Bar Palace. Waji the Community Shield.
Yeah.
Asanji the Carabao wana. Yeah.
So coaches no me I'm at a loss at this point. As Omuan Kasano so in as much as the owners press the button to get rid of them, no. I say a lot of them no Emma Jumanin difficult for their owners. Because the entire Conte World Napoli he's a serial winner. He's noted for
Oliver Glasner, the FA Cup.
Yes.
One of Shea City, no.
Yes.
No, but Shea Liverpool, the Community Shield.
Yeah. Go back to Germany. Bayern Munich. I knew almost say almost dear. Almost loyalty in a run check. Niko Kovac by a lot of Nagelsmann. In a short space of time, so game now could do baby as your coach. 6 games into the season. Look at the managers I yes I come. Graham Potter. A few and a nay and run a measure Forest game no any story I will not pay. Omako for Angie so almost here the affairs of in the UEFA Europa League. The fans of Nottingham Forest say you are getting sacked in the morning. Onye a Jumano for a month too. They said you are getting sacked in the morning. So the business of being a coach right now, I think say you need to add up being a magician. Because the demand for coaches to perform at a certain level no, is too difficult. And a lot of them improve honest right. So give him the chance and they won't beat him. Because with Mourinho, he built a dynasty. Mourinho Majumane here until Chelsea decided say a Champions League. Which or try those times with Chelsea. Not more managers in the game or winning and easy to run them over. Check the 2004 coaches are a winning Champions League, you know, and mention the names as against today. But then no one share the baby, so you always have to fall back. And until Ancelotti be Jumanani as a friend, no be stabilizing Yoma. Obabe, Master Allegri, bra be Juma. And they Conte or started the foundations of Juve's success. Or call Yoma Jigui, your son friend, or by Chelsea will be proving. So he's a proven winner. Now, even Enzo Maresca. Say Chelsea twice we say no call 8 games, then Yoman Koya. There will be cause to get him sacked.
And I'm person say, or can I say club president for course on one morning a fans and a course on your marine
because almost say almost supporters
and a course will be supporters cast for pressure and call ya club president for the draw now a more monitor your supporters in Eka. A general say president COB say supporters. So board in your moffa supporters in Bekasa. Now you just drop a standard na supporters. So maybe that's the show. What do you hear? And it's not only to me and 3, 4, 5. What do you fancy?
Go lose you 2 you crowd to us. Share among us.
I fancy no.
Won't mean lose with Ted.
I was a great time.
So say Chelsea Sanction watch now. If and only if. Analysts for discuss and not supporters and not omubufu. No mubufu. No mbufu. It's the next trigger. No me come home. Oh, baby, I'm meeting. No supporters in our case empower. Kwaku empel. Oh, baby, I'm meeting. No supporters and our drivers. Minim time we meeting. Opa me antu fu omu na drivers obia to the game. Oh, time we meeting. Supporters in our case empel pass mesia. Ya obia be case empel pass mesia. So me club president for the I'm not trigger back in no man say see na so bi nso twema adwen si so. Say the ama coaches na dwuma na den so quality na ene ebia ye wo no because to say Osha football if time I watch the bar generation upon generations now be right now. Obebo Obebo bi Mbappe menum now Obebo Harry Kane no maybe Erling Haaland muya Obebo ye can midfielders asem kra can midfielders now Obebo Vitinha no aba ka ebi a Pedri no Obebo to say ebi a ni position Caicedo mo no aba ka
Bruno Fernandes
Bruno mo nye coach slot na ba ya wama Raffenbeck aba be superb sixer we play anko kwa no no so I say quality na abenya Makelele mu 6 on boy.
It has been that generation bi abenya frufom Makelele mu no mo nyina nye superstars na frufom where pele mu horo benya every generation you have the elite performance no ho no benya average and this will be a football mu bi akomrika mu asa ye love we so yeso quality so ate Argentina for no obu quality so ntie at some point Argentina could line up every position or Ballon d'Or be from Daniel Passalera squad no de baro they even say 78 they no commit me as aja trust be miensa Argentina for no so kasa chiro mo sa and uch some ho over Tevez mo de na Tevez mo squad no say your bro papa
yeah it was rich
but I'm fact bibiama o de compared to the good Pomo squad here we mo ha sent Tevez mo de no
but almost na
Ivan Bergamo Lucas Bigliamo MF na no body Mascherano mo method no na tough but omutia ye man ya goalkeeper papa bia anto sa squad no a free defense ne ba mo de it was tough e go to the final third but yaw among first single trophy say for Argentina Copa America crowd no more struggle ho every level so at quality so at into blaster or up check is so ntia
so share Messi mo pa ni Ronaldo Martinez say o ma say wani
oh amama o ma say
omo ana omo ye Lami Yama no mo de to Messi na obenya mpanefo because ye benya coaches omo se no mo nya botere ma akwada no ni Messi ne fa ball no de ball na ba
yo no Messi asem no
okay to train na e ba na ba ba race mo ha no bi ni ma no
but Messi o nya Messi no kra me pere pass esen bibia esen ntwe
no se no de ne attribute ne bi no
o ti be pass
but from the mimi hu ball eba
ayo ya so
na very mo gas akoyi Chelsea for so on nam onim so ba so boot na want Sami Kufo interview na was so si boot akwaro say no me sorry
the doorstep of
Messi Barcelona me say bon or the Barcia
akute de yankana
o mo gas say ball kita obi a na America no obi odi America credit ni pa na cha won to no Messi age 38 39 crown
me ho picture bu akemi ho akemi ma shadra me hu Iniesta Xavi Busquets and Rodri kan me hu say me hu sa picture ni bi o exa na nam but one person pen aje Ballon d'Or
yeah Rodri no
wow tiase
ele sanka Rodri be nya sa Messi won so era na ba hwe Iniesta ball be boy
Rodri ko Busquets ko bench because na say educated to bench na Mascherano ko defense ya to ko defense
but unse
Rodri e good say ya to ba ya to ko defense ko baby boy yeah no ball was so
the woman say a lot of coaches in so aban they try to box players you know
results ntia
and until na ye hu fly ni biem no we are not enjoying the game anymore because there are a lot of factors e bin so coaches in account
yemre GPL command center obatan say on here
chama bibia fine na de na achele mo
they for num say achele ya chense
yaw no ametie o aya sa nyama na kaka na ya no wajai
ana achele chense so ma meet na o ma no it mean never move on until
ya Demo kan say
ni mount me here
Jemi TV ya say me kwasere me trenyom yakopon wesra we ya
ye kwa ma mi
osro boafu e bi kwa ma
tenanka sa se pai na
say
bi kwa ma mi
ati right abusafo said ya dabia onim say efia dabia no ya GP ona nso etimi de ma no enenso so be na nyaso se etena sena yenso yeti na be shase e de free week number 3 stars eno so etimi etodwa na ohwe last weekend na matches etimi ba so nyina no ya de one stars enso ebetimi da wa fe man of the match awosa eno so etimi ba na fe clean sheet awodo we general statistics since GP and started 2025 2026 say NTA you bought 24 games, 13 home wins, 4 away wins, and Abana 7 draws. Goals are Abamia 40, home goals 26, away goals 14, first half goals 18, second half goals 22, 81 yellow cards, 2 red cards, and a 5 penalty awarded, 5 penalty scores, and as a scored, and then pro a penalty ya missing a 0. A fair own goals are abdominal a 2 way a next general starter and also Premier League anymore. Now unim say you were 3 outstanding league games and so on ma, and also a bit me abaswa don sem no MT for Shadrack Yengwem our match day 3 statistics no na yenhwe said no esiko esanse nya matches are. And also Basso match day 3. Now say na tienya 7 games and a Basso last weekend. I know 7 games about no 6 home wins. Away obi entima win enya 1 draw. Goals are a bemuno 11 goals. Home goals no 9 and a 2 away goals also 18 bem. Afi rem na yen shift ye gear and rem ewo players na akachi. Man of the match award a Basso players are in man of the match awards no. In match day 3 say NTA Enoch Asubonten Hasselfolk against 11 Wonders one enya man of the match. Emmanuel Mafo Diana Stars against Swedro All Blacks one enen so etime Richard Danso eje Wabra Nations FC Ebo Samates and what is somewhere Boa Makwansa and some etime the Mahata Flyers Wabra almost Ebo game editia Bechem United and what Abdul Sule Sumaila one Vision FC Wabra Monson United and so Timbo and a branch no and then a man of the match award Bibianso etimi eko kamenwachi yenya Nessa Richmond Opoku Obonobo Edma Young Apostles Omoni Dreams FC a branch and man of the match ya doing some no and so etimi edama yetifa fenko yeni yenhwe clean sheet awodwa goalkeepers no so omodema almost etima ball e Ghana yem Premier League nim esan say goalkeepers no ye ball na bia ye ball na fabi nsase ye ball na fabi nantem and so na ukokopiem top 5 most clean sheets na Benjamin Asari other goal post medema house folk Bobo Ekono watima kipu aya 3 clean sheets and what Falis Chey 2 clean sheets Sanstan Lawrence Osei Ebonobo Edema of Lions 2 Kwame Aziz Vision 2 Anna Abdul Mohammed and Kerala United 2 clean sheets I don't some no and so 8 medium for top scorers after match the 3 say Anna top scorers no so Shadrack at the Tuswa Mamwofio no so betima enjoy na Bibianso etimi akokama na top scorers media no the Teresa Unimsa Sesiamino Kasa Richmond Ayo Poku Ebon Ball Edma Young Apostles or 3 goals Samuel Atakumi our Goal Stars or 2 goals a bunch of friend Koku Bafo our 2 goals Ebon Ball Edma Swedro All Blacks Emmanuel Mafo our Diana Stars our 2 goals Anna Albert Amwa our Sante Kotokwa and also it's more just a goal you don't some no and also 8 at the Amateur for after match the 3 Yensha table no na Yensha said your name is Kona FNTC and media anymore na Bibianso intimi enya kama ushe table na after match the 3 Heart of Lions Ekuta 3 out of 3 womo awini o matches nina in Heart of Lions elda esro omo 9 points Kerala United etoso 7 points and what the etoso me say Heart of Folk one 7 points 4th position aya Mediama on 6 5th position aya Diana on enso timo aya 6 points 6 and Nations FC 4 Young Apostles etoso so or 4 points and what aya Vision FC or 4 points me pacha and Chrono aya Swedro All Blacks one our 3 points edu aya Goal Stars or 3 points or 2 outstanding matches one enso betabo Kotoko etoso Dubako or 3 points esa 2 outstanding games on also ebetimabo FC Samates etoso Dumienu one our 3 points Basakeli Stars our next 2 points or 1 outstanding league gamer one enso betabo against Asante Kotoko or United etoso 14th one our 2 points and what became etoso 15th on about 3 matches or 1 point Edisian 11 Wonders about 3 or 1 point Dreams FC etoso do so about 3 matches onya babia ana brekum Chelsea etwatwa one enso eni ababia fei and then matches and also 8 matoja ama bibianso etimako kama yenwemo na weekend so dia yenhwe na bibianso etimi enko kama so sem from in the game Etimatoja Bechems United Elbow Accra to Folk Amanto Chana Kwena Nafo Suji Abo Park and a game Etimatoja Reginald Collins Amua Refria one Ekwa Kodi sa game and watchi Namebua that's na Saturday Swedro All Blacks Gold Stars Awa 2 it was Swedro Sports Stadium Reta Boaten in Cancer and Ekwa Kodi sa game and was Etimatoja me pacho games Ebetra so 11 wonders Ebo Young Apostles and sweating a Sunday sa game Betoja and so it was Swedro Sports Stadium George Efa and Wakakodi sa game no Amanto Channel and so Etimako Kama me pacha Santi Kotoko Ebabo Heart of Lions Babayara Sports Stadium Refia your friend Charles Bulu and Wakakodi sa game no Amanto Channel and so Etimako Kama Samates Etan Senche Sports Arena Aya Diana Stars Awa 2 Juliet Apia and Wakakodi sa game no Wabwa Nese Bians Etimako Kama Sunday Kronano Mediama Sporting Club Animation FC and so Ebetima Julian Nunu and Refia one answer Kwakodi sa game no Amanto Channel Sweater Kuma Dreams FC and Vision FC Tuba Astro Tef no so Maxwell Hansen Refia one Kwakodi sa game no Brokum Chelsea about Baseke Holy Stars Golden City Park Ayaba Ibrahim Refia one Kwakodi sa game Nompo Hall United and Kerala United game no Moro Idrisu and Refia one answer Kwakodi sa game Amabianso Etimi Akwakama Fei Yensha coach's reaction ahead of weekend games Nessa no so 8 atoje yasas here at the free Accra so for coach your friend Masoud Didi Dramani and no pay me dem out simple or say o share ni group na o one ya oh omo fantastic omo ya de pa omo ni bobo yen chese ma coach no enso edituja.
We will train because we want to improve our physical positions, tactical positions, and then train our mentality in terms of knowing what is at stake, what is at short stage, medium phase, and then the longer term programs. These players are one of the best professionals that I have ever seen, that will do a lot of video sessions, a lot of character sessions, and they know exactly what is at stake. They know how taskful this game is, and they know how we need to work hard and then to be able to come out with
coach Masao Didi Draman and wejira kuna bono miensa pepepa na nafo suji abo park munko na munko hwe na bibia so etimi enko kama fe yewramo e Kumasi Asante Kotokobobo e tia kwando Heart of Lions coach ani Didi Abdul Karim Zito osi game no a very tough game papa person say o hwe kwando Heart of Lions o mobo formats e tia Kotoko formats to mabo ni na de tia Kotoko ensenya enhyede nya points bia FF game no a very tough game.
Try to game. Looking at it this way, I think they played 4 good matches with Asante Kotoko, and I think the points were divided, or maybe they may have the bigger share of the points. So it tells you that we are coming to meet a club that with a key factor of consistency, because the boys started the league, won the qualified to Africa, to the Ghana Premier League, and up to now they are the players playing. So you see, in terms of consistency, they are one of the best clubs in the league.
And so it's like a crowd, Penny fan Abdul Karim Zito, one answer the Atujana, oh, we are not Sedabi. Number 12 man na aye fans nti obesre or 20 sadia afre fans nya sanyam coupon eboa Sunday obi amra baba Sports Stadium na amabona nya ko ma sanya be Kumasi Asante Kotoko team no ebenya 3 maximum points no coach Abdul Karim Zito ekasai
there's no Kotoko, and the number 12 is very, very important, so they should come and be patient with the boys. We are keen and we want to change issues, and without them we can't do it. So we are all begging that they should come and then be patient for the whole 90 minutes and see what how we are going to make them happy when they go. But without them, no. Whatever.
So it's Ediabana Henry Kwame Ansu a defender Adama Asante Kotoko Bobo Enso Konere Ansu after say womu konya win Enso it's one Nigeria Abai and any Ansu din command besides Nyami Adama Sunday body Heart of Lions so dear Sam ana de test o kan odi to just say already the motion mu an say fans ne baba no beta o machi o ma wini ama bibia so eto kama Henry Kwame Ansu ekasai.
I think say
Heart of Lions now for the first 4 matches like Intiminya win that. And going to this game, I think it's like a very difficult game. But still, we are sure our fans we are going to beat them Sunday. I think
Kwame ansu nyemram Ghost Stars nyani komoga kra na Ghost Stars dia no fancy meka sembi ne asan meka wia na mafa akọ na dia kan nyina dia woni wa bedwafo na bekan wasem na Ghost Stars team no me no kasa so team no Winneba mugusu prepare ahead of game omoko akobo e dia tia Swedro All Blacks na game omoko akobo no nyame ya duma Ghost Stars ebenya hoho e was a game nim hoho wi abehebi oba game ni bi na hoho ne ba na oba no e was kire nti hoho wi abehebi enu besi wa na enu achi Ghost Stars ade omu ye kotoko no owi ka senye okay coaches are Ghost Stars ba Premier League no mafa number 1 offer coach Michael Osei or former player and coach for Kotoko or first Stephen Frimpong Manso Mayanga former player and coach for Kotoko. Was for another Kotoko player, former player and coach.
I want to be money. I'm a mama.
And Fiemianu,
Omoni Maxwell Levy.
Me get me more deal.
Now, all cars now, bro, for the normal this year.
Okay, oh, dear, sir.
We must be on Omoni Maxwell, no way we are now. Now, all can out.
Omaye, deal near done. Betty Macassa, done. Now, Namibwa.
Wow.
Monday, coach, I better touch it down. BBI sorted. Now, some player can answer me. Maske, Bana or Bano. Fancy, and easy. Maybe I can want some Chinabium, Mabba Twasso, because my sock maybe were really be our Juma, and Jama Ghost Stars, Bobo, and so con when Yana make any pain as is with dear, I'm a Biako Kama. Nanaya Amankwa, and as I say, or the team no, and Quacobo, and All Blacks. Nanaya Amankwa say, Omedical Park, Ghost Stars, supporters in Yacho, say African or Mukoyano, Omako Masi. Oma admit say enyema ankoye etompa France nyacho nemo Premier League ni de omo modin dia say o me support omo na bibia so etimi akokama
wo mate me da say new yenkwe.
All right, so o show about time start here because Shadow Academy GPL about time transfer or the start be by na me hwem keto bi na dey really
here.
I'm say
general
yellow cards
general no
goes in the first half and the second half and na me run it through na afie we can do a special weekend match some of the teams in Bicham United uncharacteristically our performance no so ni said ya na you home no almost scrappy points pa but it's very usual in my opinion because I'm tired sad you know we should be how a club no working on usually they lose majority part of a previous season squad no it's best for us before they gel together forming chemistry between their torment other teams you know near late into the second round it will be all following league at this point you know over job points a free Bichemwa and so you don't want to it brings me to the table of Hasfolk and then Bichem adversity you know big game this weekend. Me Didi Dramani ba asema akopena na mebusa me say ono style of play how he sees football no onya results oriented. Say prekope kukukuku say the na Steve Oka Antonio Conte they say o the whole players so na so odwin say aka obi ode meje trophy call this guy. That's not Didi Dramani. Didi Dramani lays the foundation. On that foundation or not what try say obeji bibidia but that has been him so who was squad no honor we prime the don't family bibidia of course so be it so baby the macrobia a parade the squad preseason games obeji league ni bi mo sa e ba biu but I has folk I mean yo talk about the detailed part of our squad now. Who were the two best number 5 and 4 for the club before he came in and you were Kakra Samuel Wafabako Kevin Asibe, the new partner, Ali Muhammad Babishim, Baba. So they were trying to find a way out to have a two best partners a watch show. Now when I saw most of lateral, at some point, Yaman Kwabafi was really written out of the picture. No Babishim. Left back on Ransford Mensa, even with Emmanuel Amankwano, a chokra show a lot of strength. Medford Theophilus Collinson was a very formidable midfielder under the days of Waka Watara. But Eneno, Oshono, Rafael Mponsa, Martin Kakari, Hussein Mohammed, these are the major premium names a was for confusion na Bechem United ebe drop points the amawa bia na ka be yawe but at in enough for suji abo yaw match ni match pa has folk look all they has Kotoko and Basaka they are the only teams that ball enter moneta fee has football to the net fee Kotoko Basaka ball to be a net obi akabia ball kan net echi and he has folk people some say oh that record be free na for suji abo the aba or Bechem United in their typical 4-3-3 no the ball coach Desmond Botche the ball beto net it's a big game but Shadrack Kenya start na fama but me rolling on na yanko game back come make check Kozito say onye ho adwuma yie pa no Heart of Lions game no big game pa big game now usually no Africa no make I say adrenaline right word African adrenaline pa African adrenaline the long short transit all of that or jet lag when you night flight in a land crowd 9 when you miss it from ya so now also now if when your squad they are wide when you be selected the bar or not how to fly on so the oh fee and Korea make you become a gold stars if African bar ya udi list if you follow be mafia woman na fans for there me can who be fans ya na bonia ye so results na nkoye pe kakra na akoye wo Nigeria no they forget it no say pale pressure answer na wo next second African bra no wo say wachi so me I feel festival na tie game no ram if omunya baby pa de gina against Heart of Lions pa no ya in my little opinion Kotoko and try as much as possible so be a positive outcome me Kotoko pressure say for 3 points if Heart of Lions for Fabra I know their squad. It is a minimum pressure to cover 3 points, but I will not be fair. But I will say, get a positive outcome from that game. Draw, don't lose. Now when you're a good foundation, now you're free at your Bible League. You know. But if a coyote say Heart of Lions back, na Kotoko lose 3 points. In fact, the most difficult part of the season for everybody about Africa, where we negotiate between African games, you know. And now games na outstanding no papa then time I call for statistics I'll be back to the Kotoko game no. In football there's only one principle and football has been the constant teacher for every athlete football and show lessons that now in ya eto sutra second half goals in 22 first half goals in 18 every football game behind a free 17 minutes your friend openings and pockets na spaces in a didem no the first 20 minutes na your boy
my man for exhausted
yes players are indisciplined naturally we are exhausted are be indisciplined or no one ekwe when transfer the okropa so last 20 minutes of games na more opening saying the first 20 minutes into we say you have 4 goal plus in the second half ahead of 18 Noah Omwenya. And what I am saying is good squad that will manage games in the really wow. Yeah, they see player we a superstar player where you free bench ban or or intelligent player. We intelligent player. Oh who cry in the first half. But so next ready game no who baby or punish him. Just I'm planning your coach you about one guiding or I don't start game no yaw. Obetanya goes be them because usually so in Zagi no chikari to no of free bench bar who from ko bar or the ball to Tanzania pon. And this is why the second half of this season's Premier League na produce 22 goals. And I'm saying so better bench, good game management, and of course tactical switches. I bet me out the game now in your favor. Why not go for the second half kill? Why not go for the second half kill? But there's something also very, very funny here. What do you say your league in a year bono yaw? A yakwa say averagely best score line away a draw.
So Ubia won't do home.
Ubia won't do any home. Kotoko Baba Bayara or a more stronger. SSO to quite Bibiani Dwama Nana Fosuja Bo. Every home venue biano. Now surprisingly yellow cards in a dorsal. 81 yellow cards. 24 matches. No, a dorsal. A dorsal. A yakwa 1 match biano produce 4 yellow cards if I'm right. does. And it means referee for us so yeah. But back to the games, you know. My real Kotoko game, you know, but my member Heart of Lions for Nabaso. I'm for table Nembra. Last 3 seasons, or last 2 seasons, team why idea who more Broma survival league a Heart of Lions. Not factually, but them do share.
Say which them say.
The person exchange say, I say make community evidence of baby I saw the make a court of it to even one or but them share TV so no. Team where you who no more say fans, say team players no field no so. Make a game no commentator no can referee no why not so BGB. What commentary no no. Open Biaji wa open Biaji.
Was any commentator no can say why not just open Biaji.
Yeah, referee.
Okay.
They survived.
Wontumi.
But last year, open the key contenders for the league in one. Heart of Lions become.
Yeah.
Then me can say, are you doing your tear soon? So anyway, you crow. You tear your tear. And they even fought for the league. Yo, for the 3rd season, Shady and Krofuya started your moye. 9 out of 9.
We go coach now, do more age, man. Bash, they say you can see a catcher. Kono league no so wa ba coach wa anti ohu quality ohu enye names what in make na
sure
yeah me say me nka hwe kra de Bash wo Ash Good sana squad no hello Kwakumu ne Tijani Joshua mo ne Petros Shitembi mo Manuel Bafo mo no oh they were delight to watch
crabble
yeah.
You see, new read but men kwa de menyanka fee season way there should be something different in our league. Yeah, started the Hall of Fame. There are some people in the Ghana League, Omabua League now, they deserve to be recognized.
Say Anaomo.
Coach Bash Edikai, Vincent Atenga, a name Mebo in the Ghana League.
Mm-hmm.
They've done a lot for our league. Especially Coach Bash. The impact our football so a league in him, no. I had near fun for granted, and now he is training another coach. Say if all things go well for him, I need J. Oba be succeeding.
And midfielders no must be coaches no. Ya no mojuma na no.
And former player Oba bana coaching as a farmer no. I know a deadly. So a lot of the times players need to be coaches because of perfection. They see the game say bonosani onunuhuno. By a lot of time onya na Maradona ebe failure ewo coaching. Pele ntimi am coaching. A whole lot of great players ntimi me coaches because excessively omo per game is so perfect. But this man for the past 20 so years plus it has been a name in the league. And for Coach Otimiko Kotoko, Oko make impact. Oko Ash Good. Now share Heart of Lions. Omunye team more resources necessary. Say if he is to be at the BNI Gold Stars or any other club mediama, he will win again. He will be winning again. So Coach Bashu here for we should be having an award dedicated needing for the wire our Ghana League. You know.
One is your
Now new chair starts appointed to one start to be a home wins. No account about players Brenny and Yoma Baby. Share a movie around the country. Yenye referees, but in the laws of the game. One of the factors are a hinder class from taking a lot of victories away and officiating.
True. Baby.
Because obey true champion of the Ghana League, at least you should be able to win 6 away games.
Out of 7.
Fair grounds.
On fair grounds. But the league, go away and your face aside France and any Omobeya, which is not normal. Officiating on the field, I know me influenced heavily by either club official or threats be. Until my matches be babaya, I felt that Nanka we go need deserve waiting need deserve a draw or to win the game
against Kotoko.
Mm-hmm. But the officiating need decision making, it was poor. A co matches be aware. Kotoko deserve to win handsomely. But the decision from referees, and it denied to one here because a Ghana league, what's now home and also winning. I partly because of officiating. This season, senior clean officiating, which I believe a lot of our Ghanaian referees yadie. Ye knew me free a year. Be brain yadie. But the idea ne bema, the unthinkable in your bemupe. I know a league in equal levels. Say a fair ground for clubs to perform. Omoko Africa na they will do well. Because say team BJ FA Cup na unse a trophy I would by chance. But the league you prepare and then plan say this is how I'm going about the league season. So stats never show say home wins in the dorsal. But if our officials are also helping, you equally see say away victories so I better appreciate it. And koyes will be quite away once will be bo home ni there. Obi ntimi mesha no. Because me kai say some matters AG league no. Me nya sure so mutimi pick as many as 3 away wins cry. Now Kotoko points or the G League under Nana and Ponsan. None of the teams AG league in the team. It was 67 points. Obieno team breaking that mark now. So we have I didn't remember any G League if the Obata can report anything to go by. Say must work do by a league in Mudia. Then I also be a Ghana have man attention colleague because we have Ibrahim Tanko. We have Didi Dramani. Yes. We have Karim Zito. Yes. We have Bashiru Hayford. And the Enya Maswo Kunedu. You coach new Ghana League no one from 2000. Kasim Mengene Johnson Smith on 98 Munina no. Nuruddin Ahmed in so. You get it. So your league, Siuba. Almost omitted his name. Shuba Aristic and bad so a league of managers. Not to me. A league of managers. Because what pair? What the word pair must do a game? What is it to my word a game? Must work not do a league. What you have some of what so I can't say what watch double. Yes, coaches Nibi or her. I'm trademark and entirely winning trophies. But see entity players away league. Did the soccer double for no? Okay, double no. Zito so I are renowned for bringing up coaches and as a players or more there. And no have been a did in society. And now he's winning. He's at a club of pressure or on one end or say. The opposite was Genesis or G League, and was starting also starting. So those days are not a vibe around the league, but we have decided and to pretend it's like a league and league they are still quality. The Informed Joy is performing. Atakumi is doing well. Emmanuel Kobe is performing very well.
Born volley they share. Yeah. Me pon bono me ana me name Mr. Makado mo pese me ko show match ho di nkomo wase o tza better mo ni pa na ka me ko hwehwe no volley no bottle net no I say this volley will earn him the blaster collar so you don't need bibi bebre o but one moment how we execute moment and no kwa bibia o volley na me ka ho asem no Russian buy or two. Stadium, the ball toilet and I save. Maybe now this show passion. I have volley no. It deserves a cabinet commentary. You see, yeah, Maka about the league coaches and the players senior performance. But one will be topic we will have person touch it. Thankfully, Newton can was. You see, I see a lot of interesting comments. Social media I don't comment. I read. Me person me microphone so or how they see things. Ebi mo cho say so we see Enfre Albert Amoa our blasters na. Why no you better than him in the names na ye as forwards no. But in football, so we critical analysis it's not about name. It's about what name no at the mouth. It is a Shadrack Benya Blaster squad na he announced recently na. You look at every name, any performance, our parent club, and the national team. No, I just oppose say or merit it
the national team based on the performance of national team the man. Because he had a son Kodia, Ka Benjamin Asari by now still no new opportunity or Blasters. Me say and you be a fault to say Obogana League. That is where fate I don't know what to say. So I say names na about Blasters and name Naki Williams, Kamadin Sulemana, Jordan Ayew, Fatau Ishaku. For Fatau and Jordan Ayew, you can make a strong case for them. But Ghana, I want a list of pregnant forwards here. Omobo European teams are you who almost say almost for our club. Yet against Mali, we needed a scrappy goal from a defender for us to get that 3 points. So Inaki has played 2 major tournaments with the Blasters. He's yet to score in any of them. In the qualifiers, the matches are but I think Inaki goes for Blasters 2 or so. Look at the time spent with the national team. Now Inaki as Atletico Madrid forward. Sometimes you say he Bebao as the leader no ain't mean commanding a place in the Blasters starting 11. The quality no one no commanding a starting 11 at the Blasters. So there is no justification of the inclusion in the national team. But what did they make an say? For the Blasters, he has not proven anything to justify the inclusion. Kamadin, the pace or be the end product is lacking. Now say a local player and a friend, yeah man 2 games cry. The next call up here friend. Now Benjamin Asari Zibo part of the team.
Now me check here David Diabo Steve Okakraf. Russia 2018 no. So Usman Dembele started first game and now one started. I beat him kakra. But yeah, Ekono I drop in.
More Black Star squad no why squad list no one squad no friend of mine.
On say yeah usually say person ball play be there.
Okay, so my mean squad no so quick.
Okay, so
Lawrence Atizigi, Benjamin Asare, Joseph and 3 goalkeepers. Ali Bisedu, Gideon Mensah, Mohamed Salisu, Jerome Poku, Kojo Petra Opon, Caleb Irenchi, Jonas Ajeti, Ebenezer Anan Anna Alexander Jiku. Defenders, midfielders, Elisha Owusu, Thomas Partey, Kwesisibo, yes, Anna Prince Owusu, Mohamed Kudus, Anna attackers, Omofa, Abdul Fattah Ishaku, Joseph Pencil, Christopher Bonsuba, Kamal Dean Sulemana, Jordan Ayew, Inaki Williams, and Antoine Semenyo.
Okay, so look at the names now. Mention Semenyo grabbing the headlines for Bournemouth. Inaki Yanidie. But what we need for the players and your performance at their club. We need them to be shining for the national team. But we have no business with what you are doing for your club. But we have every business doing with what you do for the national team. But since these players are on board, they've not proven beyond doubt. They've not proven, say, indeed, they deserve to be with a Blaster for that long period of time. It is if you are not giving Albert Amoa the time, at the moment while red hot for Kotoko team, scoring brilliant goals over Africa. Look at the goal he scored at Brekum. Last season he went off for 2 months with injury, yet he ended up scoring 12 goals in the league. Added Oye Africa Cup. Said player to me perform say. Na me who the barometer will be used at the man are qualified to be part of the Blaster. Menka say by name any clubs now more bono. Ebia Abetamoa better than Inaki Williams and I say or better than
deserving call up.
Call up should be better than Obia from what you should take you there.
Yes. And he has proven it.
Comparison.
I'm not doing comparison.
Whoever deserves to be here, near Frefre. You can see a friend had met to be no. Yes, I
So in a Kenya, long time with the national team.
Wontumi.
Kamadian long time with the national team. Numbers in here saying. What did I make person say? The productivity for the national team, at the same. If only productive enough, and somebody is performing locally equally, I feel say I was a man the local player opportunity to prove himself. Send a man Benjamin Asaria or no enya when you stay in the national team and nay or the number one for the Blasters. So if Albert Amwa actually goes here and there for Kotoko in difficult games, he's proving to be the hero. Now you line a team for national team. Now players be a room for as long as 2 years, 3 years. Now you won't be different because when Asamoah was playing, when Matthew Amwa was playing,
sure,
they always gave you reason to keep them in the national team. But these boys, I don't think so. Mama be a hunti. I don't know. I bet I'm going to be part of the national team.
I was discussing this yesterday with a video. Say Abetamwa say listen the banana dinima abemwa because she say Ghana Premier League and ope obi awa yi no say obitima or like what's your friend Black Stars abeta you know.
I believe in timing. I know any time baba.
Yes.
But say ya fair. Na ya based on numbers. Any what players a year on the field. I think say he has done more than enough to merit a call up. At least to prove himself, because a Bima did 3 years, 4 years on national team. No, to be very honest and fair, see, sincere. Now you're called by performance and merit. A lot of the guys in the Blasters, and you can see a few movie, regardless of what they are doing at the national, at the club level, because we are not.
Elisha Usu.
We are not interested
as a team, as a Black Stars team. Yeah,
because Inaki to be scoring goals for Ghana, not Atletico Bilbao. I don't think here, friend. We need goals from him for the Blasters. World Cup 2022, yeah, AFCON that was 2023, yeah,
okay.
Qualifies, yeah, So what's the justification?
Okay.
Give that gentleman a chance to prove himself. Say equal or not to beat him about the national team.
Okay. Still what I say, Jamisha. No, Kazimbi.
Sir, I know that Friday.
And if Friday,
my friend back on John, I was quite PlayStation. I know we could friendly match. Commander, Bobby na 50-50. Me no commander ko Wimpo. We have some kutuje also. Na me who is a commander so decision say yes san and kutuje.
Okay.
One page have say free board.
Okay.
Now what share friendly match for sure. To back to say be two team nanim. The team de Joshua.
Yeah no more.
Yes aba. But Don one guy me kwafo no munyina no me dia mabo dia aka no mbeko ya aska but don ko na de me pese
aska dia me kasa bibra
Mickey Junior, our triple